Hello everyone and welcome back to Making Your Ideas. This time we have a suggestion from Emerson who says, "This may be tough, but how about a jumping wyvern?" Well, Emerson, you're right. It will be tough, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Remember to leave your suggestions for what you want me to build on either this video or the next episode of Building Nations, and if it gets the most likes, I will build it next in this world. Now, it's time for me to try and do this. Let's see what happens. Alright, well, first thing I should mention here is that I didn't really know what a wyvern truly was when I started making this. Because, I mean, it's kind of, what do you think of wyvern, Probably think of something that looks kind of like a dragon. Maybe. Well, there's a very specific difference. You see, wyverns are basically dragons, but they only have 2 legs, whereas dragons have 4. Yeah, that's the difference. That's the only difference. So, I mean, I'm basically just making a dragon here, but it only has 2 legs. And jumping, specifically. So, not just standing on the ground, because that would be too easy. No, jumping. I mean, it kind of looks like he's just kind of standing. If I put ground beneath him, it would look like he was standing because of the way I made him, but that's okay. It's not super important that it, does that, because that's harder to make. So, I wanted to start with the legs, because that made the most sense to me. Just so I knew I would have enough space to go up. So, yeah, and again, World Edit helped me out a lot here. I'm able to just copy one leg over to the other, like over to the other side, and that just saves me a lot of time, so I don't have to go back and keep checking to make sure that I got the copying right, because it's all done exactly for me, and that's fine. But then I realized that the leg I made really wasn't that good, so I had to make it again. You see, most of the reference images that I looked at, the legs are short, but they have like 3 joints, like a human leg kind of, but like the shin joint is a lot smaller and the foot is way bigger. So it's like picture like a human leg, like a normal sized thigh, but then like the shin is cut in half and the foot makes up the rest of the space. Like it's big. Big foot, big feet. Um so they can do that, I guess. And it was just really weird to get the shape right, and yeah, but I did eventually, kind of. It just took a while. And then gotta put like the claws on there, but it just, yeah. As you will see, as time goes on, the build just gets worse and worse slowly over time. It just, yeah, I think I made these legs a bit too curvy. Maybe. I don't really know. It's kind of hard. This is probably one of the more difficult things I've built over my time playing this game. I'm really good at structures for the most part. Like medieval structures, I can like nail those. Organics, not as much. But that's why we practice, I suppose. And that's the moral for today. Practice. You see, I jumped into this very difficult project with relatively little experience making organic structures such as this, and the result is about what you'd expect. So, yeah, if you're gonna try and build a dragon, maybe start with a tiger first, or a wolf, or something. Or watch videos by people that know what they're doing, and not me. Like Pearlescent Moon. She's made a bunch of organic structures, and she's really good at it, so go watch her. But not me. Yeah. I mean, you still can. I mean, if you want insight onto what not to do, then, go ahead. Um, I'll give you my perspective from someone that isn't very good at it, so you can know what to avoid. That's the idea here. So, I have the legs and the tail, and then I had to connect them to each other because it looked really weird otherwise. But the shape itself was already kind of wrong because of just how dragons work. Sorry, how wyverns work. The shape here just wouldn't really make sense. So I was off to like, I'm building at this point, and I'm like, yeah, this is looking pretty good. I like this, but I don't know how to continue on from here. Like, how do I make the rest of the wyvern body? Like, where does it need to go? So I asked some of my friends, right, over Discord. I streamed this to them, and they're like, "What should I do?" They're like, "Oh, build it in like an S shape. You know, you got a lot of curve going on. You should build an S shape." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a really good idea." So I tried to do that to the best of my ability. Um, and I think I just made it too big. Like, its neck is really long, and yeah, I needed to change my scale. I think that's what I can learn from this, is organics that are complicated like this should probably be bigger. And I did not make it bigger, and that is why it is not good. um, yeah, it was very interesting process here. But I'm trying to make the like, this is supposed to be like the body of the dragon, but it ends up just looking like a really long neck. So it just, yeah, it's not ideal. The head of the dragon also, it just looks weird because it's so small. Like if it was bigger, it would look better, I think. Um, but again, that's something I didn't do. And Pearlescent Moon does scale great. You know, every build is massive, but they look really good because of it. So I guess that's what I should have done. But also, this is supposed to be like a 1 week segment, so yeah, it's not. I don't have like too much time to just devote my life to building one structure over like the course of a week to make it. This is usually like a day before thing. So maybe if I had the time, I would have built a bigger scale, built on a bigger scale. And that's the idea, I think. And because I didn't do that, it just doesn't look all there, you know? Maybe if I had like chisels and bits or something else similar to that, I could make it look a lot better by adding in a bunch of detail, but that would again just take a really long time, and then why not just build it bigger to begin with? So there's that. And now at this point, I'm building the wings. Yeah, I actually forgot about the wings until like the morning that I have to upload this. Normally I edit these videos like the day or on the day I upload them, but I don't usually build then. But today I just didn't. I decided to make these today, and yeah, it's just not a good idea. I don't know, I just completely forgot about the wings, you know? I'm looking at the like weird looking body and I'm like, yeah, that's finished. It's not finished. The wings, I feel actually pretty good about the wings. I think they look good for wings by themselves, but it's just when I add them to the dragon body that their value just goes down a bit, you know? They just lose it. They stop looking as good when they're attached to that skinny neck and disfigured legs. So, but they look, I mean, they look good. And then obviously World Edit saves me some time here because I can just, once I make the wing, I can just warp it onto the other side without any real difficulty. And it just saves me a lot of time, and it saves you a lot of time because you don't have to watch me build the other wing. So, World Edit, just a win-win. But of course I have to experiment first to make sure that I put it in the right position. And then there we go. And now you have this beautiful, beautiful jumping wyvern, and it looks fabulous. Well, I suppose the shaders can make anything look at least a little bit decent. Yeah, I made it. It's here. It's looking good with shaders, kind of. But yeah. You know, maybe I should just stick to structures for the most part until I get a bit more practice building large organic things like this. Uh, yeah. It's not bad per se. I just think it needs a bit more modification that I didn't really have the experience to make. I think I could have used a bigger scale also, but that would have made it take way longer. So, there's that. But it's done now, and it will join the ranks as one of the many builds in this area. And I'm going to leave this here. Remember to leave your suggestions for what you want me to build in this area on either this video or the next episode of Building Nations, and whatever comment gets the most likes will be built in this world next. And with that, I'm going to leave this here. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, leave a comment, any feedback you have for me, and I'll see all of you later. Bye.